The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Charlotte as the Hornets go up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And we'll get to see Al Horford take to the court in this one. Horford, a player that we all love, but the last few seasons his rebounding has taken a dip. Is that just how it goes for big men as they get deeper into their NBA careers, Shaq?
Yeah, Ernie, all big men deal with declining rebounding numbers as they get older. Father Time is undefeated, buddy.
Undefeated. But the burst really goes away when your knees go. And I don't care. Father Time must have some great knees because he's been around a long time.
Wait,
I just got a question before we go.
What?
Well, if Father Time is undefeated,
Yes.
who goes after Father Time?
All these players. All these players who have tried to play past their years.
Okay, I got it.
And they've lost.
But Father Time has to have a Father Time.
No.
He must get tired too.
No, I'm so totally confused.
Jeez, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Yeah, rough outing for their offense. You saw a spark here and there, but their main scorers just couldn't stay hot.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Greg Monroe is out there with Horford, and it's Irving in at the 1. And a wide open look for Lamb, and not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
Well, we know this. Al Horford's release is extremely quick. He can get that shot off in no time.
And Walker kicks to Batum. There's a screen by Williams. There's the pass to Lamb. 4 on the clock. Here's Walker with the 3. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. And here's Boston. It's a 3-point game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Got absolutely trounced on the glass. A lack of passion for an important aspect of the game.
And here's Walker. Following Jaylen Brown's 3. Here's Lamb. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Lamb's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is where it can get a little personal.
You gotta love seeing this, though, right? Your turn, my turn. They're going at each other.
Now, here's Horford. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Hayward passes to Monroe. Good D by Howard.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pick by Williams. Lamb dishes to Walker. Over Irving. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got his first 2 points.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Screen by Monroe. Hayward goes in. Monroe wide open, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Walker. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, you know, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Doris, this is about the time the trades start to happen. But let me ask you, if you acquire someone mid-season, this is always tricky. Can you reasonably expect that person then to continue and help you in the playoffs?
You know, I think you can, Kevin. I think some of it is how well does that person fit, both in terms of the skill set they bring to the table. Do they complement the pieces already in existence? And the other part is, and maybe the untold part, is the personality aspect of this. Think back to Cleveland's championship, LeBron's first in Cleveland and the first in countless years in the city of Cleveland, Channing Frye. People will not necessarily associate him with that championship, but if you ask the Cleveland Cavaliers, that guy's ability to mesh on the basketball floor and bring the respective pieces of the puzzle together were crucial in that championship. The answer is a definitive yes, you can.
So what I'm hearing in your answer is that it's a lot on the floor, but boy, there's a lot to consider what they do off the floor in your locker room.
Yeah, both pieces important, no doubt.
Now here's Batum. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
For Charlotte, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Batum attacking. Pass to Lamb. The baseline J. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Lamb's got 5 now.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Irving kicks to Horford. Puts one up from 19. Horford missing again.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
Feeds it to Howard. Now here's Lamb, guarded by Horford. Good! And it's 7 points for Lamb. Celtics trail by 4. The screen from Brown, and on the way from Irving for 3. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Pick by Williams. Walker with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Hayward kicks to Horford. Pass to Brown. Over Lamb. And it's Brown missing. The Hornets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And here's Walker. He's got 6. Howard with a screen on Irving. Walker the pass to Lamb. 5 to shoot. Williams with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Irving dishes to Hayward. Picked by Horford. Batum against Hayward. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Hornets.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Hornets leading by 4. Lamb with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. From 17 feet out. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Hayward against Batum. Brown kicks to Monroe. Hornets with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Number 3 overall back in 2016. Jaylen Brown with a powerful build on the wing, guys. 6'7", 233 pounds. I think you need those perimeter defenders who combine quickness and strength, and he's got it.
And he can't get the first one. And Doris, coming out of Cal Berkeley, the knock on Brown was his shooting touch.
You know, there was such a wide variety of opinion on him in the draft. Some felt that he was a little bit of a reach, but this guy has shown promise and earning regular minutes and having some success with that three-pointer and athleticism.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And he's good on the second.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Now here's Carter Williams. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Monk. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly. And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that went before him, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Monk. And Greg, as you said, Monk has that ability to take over with his shooting.
I mean, Monk looks to get going with his scoring at all times, and he's just got that shooter's mentality where all shots are good shots. That can be a positive and a negative, but I prefer he have that aggressive mentality when it comes to scoring the basketball.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
Morris passes to Smart. He kicks to Baines. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tries again. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, looking at the rich history of the NBA, seeing how it's evolved over time, what do you think have been some of the biggest changes from decade to decade as the game has evolved?
Well, for me, my fandom of the NBA began in the great Celtics-Lakers rivalries with the great players like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Worthy McHale. You know, it's always been a stars league. I think it remains as such. You can move to the 90s in the Eastern Conference with the Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks rivalries. The thing that's remained the same are the stars. Style of play, obviously, is drastically different. The athletes are getting bigger, faster, stronger. Analytics increasingly playing a part. Listen, the game is in a constant state of evolution. Like Kevin Harlan, the game gets better with age.
Oh, man. Thanks, Doris. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Carter Williams dishes to Monk. Back to Carter Williams. Kaminsky sets the pick for Carter Williams. Over Morris. Now here's Kaminsky, guarded closer. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. He dishes it to Carter Williams. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively? And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
Now here's Carter Williams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Hernan Gomez kicks to Kaminsky. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Defense right on him and misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston trailing. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Monk. Outside Kid Gilchrist. And Baines pulls it down.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Now here's Smart. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Good shots, gentlemen.
Frank Kaminsky picks one up. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
And that one falls for Smart. And you look at Marcus Smart, a career field goal percentage in the mid-30s. And yet, Doris, he's playing starters minutes for one of the best teams in the East.
I think, Kevin, sometimes a player will force you to look beyond the box score, right? Smart has a chance to be one of those no-stat stars. The advanced measures indicate this guy is one of the top guards in the NBA.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
Now here's Carter Williams. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Kid Gilchrist. And you look at the size and game of Kid Gilchrist. He is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor. Kid Gilchrist isn't that, but still gets playing time because he's effective when on the floor. If you play defense like he does, you're going to find a way to get on the floor.
Doors with so many one-and-dones entering the NBA, do you think expectations are too high for these guys, especially from the fans?
I don't, Kevin. I think it depends on the talent that we're talking about. You know, I know Joel Embiid is a guy who didn't necessarily start right away, but when he was finally able to be healthy, it certainly didn't take him long to become a factor on the NBA level. No, I don't think the expectations are too high. I think these guys are accustomed to expectations, and frankly, their personal expectations are probably higher than ours.
I mean, look at the elite of these high school kids have been playing like in front of big crowds on a big stage for so long. It's second nature to them, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin.
No good on that one.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime. And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Now, here's Monk. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man. They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Charlotte leading by 4. There's the feed to Carter Williams. To the paint. It's deflected. Hernan Gomez. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the young Spaniard, Willie, a good finisher around the rim.
There's a screen. Baines passes to Rozier. Morris kicks to Rozier. Fires the 3. The shot that time, not on target. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. He said they know the challenge going up against this team that can score so many points in a hurry. He said we cannot try to match these guys basket for basket and get away from our defense. Because if you slack off these shooters even a little bit, then they really go off. We'll see if they can find that balance tonight and even this season series. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks very much, David. They recognize how difficult it is to face an offensive-minded team like this one.
They pose a lot of challenges for sure, mainly because teams have put so much effort into defending them.
Well, I think it's more mental effort than anything else, Greg. It takes great awareness to be effective defensively against them. You can't get lost, and you always have to be in the right position.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morris dishes to Baines. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Charlotte Hornets. For Boston, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Carter Williams. They set the screen. The shot by Monk is no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Kicks it to Carter Williams. Swiped away. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Baines with the block. Morris passes to Tatum. Back to Morris. That's tipped. It's stolen by Kaminsky. With 1 on the clock. No good that time. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Charlotte. They're up by 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. Michael Carter Williams is out there with Monk, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Here's Monk. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Smart. Monk grabs the board. With the shot. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And just solid overall instincts offensively from Monk. He knows exactly when to pull up, especially when the D isn't in his jersey.
Here's Baines. Here's Rozier. It's deflected. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Carter Williams. That one wide left.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him. Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
That's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
So it's the Hornets now after the basket by Boston. Now, here's Monk. Baseline try. Baines with the block. 16 feet away. Morris kicks to Tatum. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone, and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Celtics making a switch here. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Horford comes in for Marcus Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. Here's the three. The Hornets pull it in. Lamb with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. The finish and the jam by Hayward.
Well, how about Gordon Hayward poking that one away and getting his teammate an easy opportunity?
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Lamb. 7 points in the game. Williams a screen. Lamb dishes to Walker. Williams a screen on Irving. Here's Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
Brown, good.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Screen by Howard. Here's Walker. And the rejection by Monroe.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Hornets leading by 4. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Williams inside, working on Horford. The kick out to Walker. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And it's 9 points for Kemba Walker.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here is Horford. He has 6. He's clobbered. He'll get 3 shots at the line.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
And he knocks down the first one. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question. They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Irving passes to Horford. Picked by Horford. Here's Hayward, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Hayward's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, the defense was there. Gordon Hayward just doesn't allow it to disrupt his focus. How good is this guy?
Howard with a screen on Brown. Screen by Howard. Howard setting the pick for Walker. Howard. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game. There's Brown with the 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Charlotte leading by 5. Batum wide open. He fires. From outside, off the mark. To the middle. And finished off by Horford.
Yeah, that's what you want from Irving. He's a point guard who is always looking to distribute the route.
Walker dishes to Howard. Back to Walker. Shot from free throw range. Walker missing again.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Now here is Horford. He's got 8. Outside Irving. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Here's Walker. He's coming off a 31-point game against Milwaukee. Williams a screen on Irving. And Walker kicks to Williams. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Boy, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
On the wing, Brown. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Walker in the corner. Howard in the post. Covered by Monroe. Shot's good by Walker. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Screen by Monroe. Brown the pass to Horford. Back to Brown. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Walker drilled from 11 feet out. Walker's got 15.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
In the corner, Horford with it. Walker against Irving. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. The top three-point shooting wingman in the league. 5th on the list, Gordon Hayward.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's what they do with their three-point shooting. They can demoralize a defense. I mean, there are some sleepless nights after having to face any one of those guys.
A shot by Batum, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hayward kicks to Horford and finished off by Horford.
Well, this is what you hope for from your franchise guy. Total unselfishness. Gordon Hayward with a pretty look.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent. And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Boston making a switch here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Here's Rozier following the basket by Malik Monk. Rozier the pass to Horford. Celtics passing it around. Nice shot by Smart.
Well, Kev, it's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
Now here's Carter Williams. The dish to Kid Gilchrist. And there's the pass to Kaminsky. Over Horford. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Rozier kicks to Smart. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
The first one falls. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And so Smart nails both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's Carter Williams in the corner. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Gomez has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Monk. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
His shot's hitting on another level here in a second. I mean, it's looking effortless now.
Now Smart. 11 points in the game. Gomez grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Monk kicks to Gomez. Dishes to Kaminsky. Pass to Monk. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. 6 to shoot. They swipe it. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Celtics lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. For Boston, it was a challenging first quarter. They tried to get their legs under them and establish at least a little momentum, and at their lowest point in the period, they were facing an 11-point deficit. Their second quarter, however, was a monumental improvement. Nothing could stop them. They strung together basket after basket and lead by 3 now at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you, whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Boston leading by 3. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Horford is out there with Hayward. And it's Monroe in at the 5. And a look here at the shot chart for Charlotte.
Well, you have to give him credit because he's done everything he can to help contribute, but it doesn't appear to be in the cards for him tonight. A lot of strange releases, and he just isn't the same efficient scorer that we're used to seeing.
So it's Boston now. Irving's shot is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Lamb dishes to Walker. Puts it up from 12. That one, no good. Great D that time from Irving. Here's Hayward. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And here is Lamb. They set the pick. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Walker missing again.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Brown the pass to Irving. From 18 feet away. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Hornets trail by 6. Walker with it. He's got 15. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Howard. Walker with it. He's picked up by Irving.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
A shot by Hayward, wide open. Irving kicks to Horford. To the inside. Howard with the steal. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Howard setting the pick for Walker. Feeds it to Batum. Pass to Howard. And that's going to be a treble.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. 3rd in scoring, 7th in free throw percentage, and such a great distributor and decision maker among the top 10 in assists per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. Hayward dishes to Horford. That one falls. Horford's got 12 in the game.
Well, efficiency of movement makes Al Horford successful. Gets room to shoot in these sets.
Here's the floater. Walker's shot is off.
Rough start to the 3rd quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I gotta believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Hayward hits them both.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, and his shot selection iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
And let's go to a rundown of the best point guards from the free throw line over the course of the last month. Here is your 2K leaderboard. Kyrie Irving, number 1.
Well, he's the guy you want on the free throw line when it matters. I mean, he's a leader and as consistent as they get.
They double him with Horford. And some room here for Batum. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Irving kicks to Horford. Down low, Monroe. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
I tell you, you have to respect the passing skills of Al Horford. He can pick apart a defense.
Hornets trail by 10. Here's Walker. He's got 15. Outside, Batum. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Irving passes to Hayward. Monroe with a screen on Batum. Hayward dishes to Monroe. And stolen by Howard. Here's Batum. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Well, the aggressive attitude getting the best of him that time.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Screened by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Looking to get back on track here. He lays it in. Walker's got 17 now.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Picked by Horford. Here's Irving in the corner. Tatum with it. From outside, off the mark. Hornets trail by 6. On the wing, Batum. Defended by Hayward. Howard, the pass to Walker. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, nice team basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
Now here is Horford. 12 points for him. Left side, Irving. And he converts the layup. He's got 10.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Williams, a screen on Irving. Screen by Howard. They set the pick. Walker against Irving. Williams kicks to Batum. Over Hayward. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 8 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Don't usually see him shooting the 3. And now it's a 9-point Boston lead.
And how about the way he squares up on that triple? Tatum is a skilled sniper who plays with confidence.
Now here's Lamb. 9 points in the game so far. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Irving against Walker. Here's Hayward. He kicks to Tatum. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Tatum's got 9 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Now here's Walker. He's got 19. No good from Lamb.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Hayward can't hit. Hornets trail by 9. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, something special is brewing in Charlotte. Point guard Kemba Walker said, "It's a great start. We know how to play with each other, and we love playing with each other. The best thing is how hard we all work. We're going to grow." Kevin?
And that kind of optimism is terrific, David. Thank you. Walker and the Charlotte Crews seem to be a perfect match. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Morris comes in for Al Horford. Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game so far.
And you know Tatum wants to make a statement anytime he can get all the way to the rim. The D's got to have to do a better job of keeping a body on it.
For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Kaminsky kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Over Tatum. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kid Gilchrist. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. There's the pick. Passes it to Tatum. Here's Rozier. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Carter Williams with the bucket. Celtics leading by 5. Now Smart. He's got 11. He dishes it to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And so it's Boston with it after the missed 3 from Malik Monk. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Michael Kid Gilchrist.
And this is going to be an asset for Tatum. His ability to get to the line, very good at using his body to draw contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? And that one falls for Tatum.
good on the second, so he makes them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Kaminsky inside. Morris is there. And here's Smart. He's got 11. Here's Rozier. But they get it back. Baines passes to Rozier. Down low. Here's Smart. Banked in off the glass. Smart's got 13 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Carter Williams with it. The pass to Hernan Gomez. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Now here's Smart. 13 points in the game. It's deflected. Here's Monk. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Now here's Carter Williams. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Carter Williams kicks to Hernan Gomez. Kid Gilchrist with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Hornets keep it alive. And that one goes long. Celtics leading by 9. Smart dishes to Tatum. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Tatum. 15 points for Marcus Smart.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Carter Williams, the pass to Monk. Here's Kaminsky. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points in the game so far.
I like seeing Monk set his teammates up. A part of his game that I think he's got to continue to improve.
There's a good screen. Morris kicks to Baines. Back to Morris. Pass to Rozier. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And the first one at the line is good. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. And both free throws good from Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. 1:04 left here in the third quarter. The screen from Brown. Right wing. Baines dishes to Morris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Now here's Carter Williams. Monk. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Hornets trail by 10. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Carter Williams. Here's the screen. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Here's Kaminsky, and that's not going to go. And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Just one quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Charlotte shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. Monk is out there with Carter Williams, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Celtics leading by 10. The screen from Brown. Morris outside, and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And here is Carter Williams. They set the screen. Hernan Gomez passes to Carter Williams. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Carter Williams has got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets. Smart with the ball. Now the feed to Brown. Morris outside. Kicks it to Baines. Celtics passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Hits the three-point bomb. Rozier's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Charlotte calls timeout. One of the stories here, Marcus Smart getting it done today.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Howard's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Monk. And Walker subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. And a new group in for the Celtics. Monroe's checked in for Aaron Baines. Horford comes in for Marcus Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's checked in. Free throw good, Howard. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta, a team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
Hornets trail by 8. There's Walker with the 3. They get it again.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Monroe. Another shot on the wing. Brown. Hornets with the rebound. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Batum kicks to Walker. Williams a screen. Looking to get it going. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Free throw, no good for Walker. Goes up again, and Howard with the lay-in. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Rebound by Williams.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Lamb. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history. Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
Two shots.
The first one falls, and the fans get their money's worth watching Irving. My goodness, Doris, he puts on a show.
Oh, he certainly does. He's got every move in the book. A devastating crossover, a little in and out dribble, the hesitation, the spin, the ability to stop on a dime and hit the pull-up. You don't ever know as a defender which way to go.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Walker against Irving. Here's Howard. Good work defensively by Monroe.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
A putback. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Boston leading by 6. Here's Irving. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Here's Batum. Howard with a screen on Hayward. Batum attacking. Howard setting the pick for Walker. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Monroe with a screen on Walker. Irving kicks to Monroe. Batum against Hayward. Great D that time from Batum.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Now just a 3-point Boston lead. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Irving kicks to Monroe. Back to Irving. To the middle. Horford gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Well, this is where Al Horford gets going, right? He's a high percentage shooter anytime he's got deep post position.
And Batum kicks to Williams. Kept alive. Boston shooting just 30% from the field here in the 4th. Hayward on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Hayward dishes to Horford. And here's Brown outside. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Now here's Walker. And Lamb kicks to Williams. 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by Williams.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Brown wide open. He fires. They shoot again. Here's Monroe. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Hornets trail by 8. On the wing, Lamb shoots over Brown. That's short off the rim.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Now here's Hayward. Brown right side. Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing. The Hornets shooting a meager 37% for the game. From deep, Walker hits it from 3-point range. Walker's got 11 in the second half.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His 2nd triple tonight.
Irving against Walker. A shot's good from Irving.
Boy, how does Kyrie collect himself so quickly before going up?
Charlotte has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. There's a screen by Williams. Howard setting the pick for Walker. Monroe on the double team. Here's Howard, and he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Irving. After the basket by Charlotte. It's Brown on the wing. 5 to shoot. Back to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 18 points for Kyrie Irving.
I'll tell you, when Irving is hot, there isn't much you can do to slow him down. Pretty much have to ride out the storm, guys.
And Walker kicks to Williams. It's Howard, top of the key. Williams, a screen on Brown. On the wing, Lamb. He's covered by Brown.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards. Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Out to the wing. Here's Walker. Rejected by Monroe. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Hayward from outside. Good on the triple. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Well, Gordon Hayward will find his rhythm fast if you allow him to catch and shoot.
And Walker kicks to Williams. Screen by Howard. Back to Walker. And they come right back with their own three-pointers. Walker's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Hornets. Screen by Monroe. Here's Irving. Walker with some nice D. The Hornets shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Batum with the 3. Offensive rebound, Williams. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Now, here is Irving. The dish to Hayward. Feeds to Horford. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
This is an example of Al Horford, such a difficult cover. He's tall, he's long, and he utilizes all of that to his advantage.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he makes the first.
I just like the leadership of Al Horford. This is a dominant player, but he's remarkably efficient as well.
Good on both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. On defense, the Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Walker the pass to Lamb. Williams for 3. Here's Howard. The kick out to Walker. There's the pick. Screen by Howard. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Kemba Walker hits them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Irving dishes to Monroe. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
And you know Howard wants that responsibility offensively, and that time he comes through for his team.
Now here's Irving. Monroe up top. Hayward on the wing. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Well, Hayward goes right up with the shot inside. Fantastic confidence in the paint.
There's the screen. Screen by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Walker. They double him with Horford. Charlotte moving it around. Walker the pass to Williams. Here's Lamb. Horford with the rebound. Boston's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Smart dishes to Hayward. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Can't waste a second now, and even then, there's still little chance.
No, exactly. They've got to act quickly. They don't have a ton of time to work with.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Let me get big man.
And the free throw, no good. And he commits the intentional foul. The Celtics on offense. They lead by 4. Horford double team. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Smart. Left side, Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Howard with the steal.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
Gets the 3 to fall. Austin with the ball. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Very quietly, Irving is one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA and has been over the years.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And his rebounding has been an anchor for him tonight, as usual. He's into double digits again in that department. And it just takes so much pressure off their other players knowing he's got the glass work covered.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Walker outside. The 3 won't fall. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.